A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development on Thursday, the U.S. Judicial Conference, the federal judiciary's top policymaking body, rejected a request from Democratic lawmakers to refer Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas to the Department of Justice for alleged ethics violations. The request stemmed from concerns that Justice Thomas failed to disclose luxury trips and gifts provided by wealthy Texas businessman and Republican donor Harlan Crow. This decision comes amidst a backdrop of growing scrutiny over the financial disclosures of Supreme Court justices. The controversy began earlier this year when reports surfaced, particularly from ProPublica, indicating that Justice Thomas had not reported numerous luxury vacations taken with Crow, who was a prominent Republican donor. In response to these allegations, Senators Sheldon Whitehouse and Hank Johnson called for an investigation, arguing that Thomas had willfully failed to comply with the financial disclosure requirements mandated by the Ethics in Government Act of 1978. In a letter addressing the lawmakers' concerns, Robert Conrad, a U.S. district judge and the secretary of the Judicial Conference, noted that Justice Thomas had amended his financial disclosure reports to address several issues raised in the request. The conference emphasized that Thomas had agreed to adhere to updated requirements for reporting gifts and trips, including clearer guidelines on what constitutes personal hospitality. Justice Thomas has previously stated that he believed he was not required to disclose trips paid for by close friends like Harlan Crow, asserting that these instances fell under the category of personal hospitality. Following the criticism, he committed to better compliance with disclosure rules in future reports, starting with his 2022 annual report, which was filed in August 2023. In a separate but related matter, the Judicial Conference also declined to refer Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Justice Department based on claims made by a conservative group regarding her husband's consulting income, which Jackson has since amended in her disclosures. The rejection of the referral request for Justice Thomas has been met with criticism from Democratic lawmakers, who argue that it reflects a lack of accountability for Supreme Court justices. Senator Whitehouse expressed disappointment, suggesting that the judicial branch was failing to fulfill its duty in holding justices accountable for potential ethical breaches. This incident highlights the ongoing debate surrounding judicial ethics and transparency, particularly in the context of the Supreme Court, which has faced increasing pressure to reform its ethics guidelines. The calls for reform have intensified, with some lawmakers suggesting that the ultimate goal of these inquiries is to pave the way for expanding the Supreme Court. In the wake of these developments, the conversation around the ethical standards expected of Supreme Court justices is likely to continue, as both sides of the political spectrum remain vigilant in scrutinizing the actions of the judiciary. With the Judicial Conference's decision not to pursue a referral, the focus now shifts to how the justices will navigate the evolving landscape of financial disclosures and public expectations for transparency in the judicial system. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.